You know what I'm saying? I'm back, you know what I'm saying? I was running it real quick, but you man, let's get back into the video. Yay.
A lot of different people taught me about Black history. My grandmother, my mom, my dad, and my teachers.
My parents taught me about Black history. We were taught about racism. We were taught about how to conduct ourselves, how to get along, how to try and make it. My father was actually embarrassed about some of the things that he told us to do, but it was some things that he believed that we needed to do to survive.
Growing up, we had Black Santa in the house, Black Barbie doll.
If you from New Orleans and you don't got no picture with Santa Claus, man, you know what I'm saying? The anniversary of Katrina was just a couple days ago, you know, maybe like a day or two ago. I should have dropped this Growing Up Black on that day, but you know what I'm saying? It just be like that. And we used to have pictures of Santa Claus, and a lot of our pictures got damaged in the hurricane, you know what I'm saying? You know, to all the survivors that had to go through that, you know what I'm saying? All the New Orleans people that's still moving, that's still trauma we got to deal with now. And we still moving. Like, it's a lot. Like I'm saying, Growing Up Black, it's a lot. Especially Growing Up Black in New Orleans, it's a lot we got to deal with. On top of being a murder capital, us killing our brothers, you know what I'm saying? And, like, now it's like, so many kids died this year. Like, female dying, like, the male, they so scared they can't even protect they female, they can't even protect our queens no more because they so scared that they telling on each other. And they killing the female, they killing children. Like, if you go look up the stats right now, more children and women died this year than anybody else. Black children and black women died this year more than anybody else. And it's just sad, like it hurt me. And that's the part we gotta deal with, that bring us down, you know what I'm saying? That hurt. Like, even though we got our culture with the Mardi Gras and the second lines and you know, the good times and the high spirits and the good people and how you doing, that's the other side that we deal with, that we shun off. Like, yeah, they just, so when people ask us, where you from? You from New Orleans? Oh, you from the murder capital? Oh, you just, y'all murder. They just look at us. No, we loving people. We good people. But it's just the things we gotta go through. Like, you know, sometimes, like, you'll be a good person. Like, you was a good boy growing up, but now you a killer. And shit crazy, bro.
I always saw myself in the artwork in our family home. It wasn't until I got older, started going to different schools, having different experiences, that I realized that being Black was viewed as the quote-unquote minority, where to me, that was just always the standard.
I identify as Black. Technically, I am biracial. My mother is white, my dad is Black, but I grew up in an urban city, a chocolate city. I went to predominantly Black schools. I went to HBCU for undergrad. I was always closer to my dad's side of the family. Talking to my mom, we never really had the race talk. Like, she never sat down and was like, oh,
she loved Black people.
You are mixed. Or if I said, like, you know, hey, I'm Black, like, a lot of times growing up in New Orleans.
She was at school, girl, you Indian? Girl, what you is? You ain't Black, girl. You must be Black mixed with a little Indian. You probably, yup, got a little Indian in my family. No, you got Caucasian in your family. You know what I'm saying? But I still love you like you're my sister. I'm gonna still treat you like you're my sister. That's how I was taught. Oh Lord, that's what I was taught growing up. You know what I'm saying? Treat your female like you want somebody to treat your sister. That's why I ain't gonna say I'm the perfect person. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I try to live. Like, I try to treat people like I want people to treat my mom. I want people to treat my sister. I don't want nobody disrespecting my sister. I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna flash out, nigga disrespecting my sister. Nigga disrespecting my mama. Boy, we gotta go there. It's time, no? Yeah, that's the New Orleans, that's the side that you wanted to come out. You want that real New Orleans to come out with me, that uptown to come out with me. Disrespect my family members, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? My mom, my sister. Boy, you better speak to my grandma. Boy, you better speak to my mom. Boy, you better respect my sister. I wish you would. You hear me? Yeah. You hear me straight like that. You know what I'm saying?
They have what you call passe bunks. So half of my dad's side of the family, they look just like my mother. So people would always think that my mom was just a light-skinned black lady because you see so much of it here in New Orleans. Like, I never had that complex, and she never had to have that conversation with us because...
I ain't gonna lie. We such loving people. Like, the white people, they're black too in New Orleans. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you, the ones that's white and that's this white, we don't even connect with them. Like, we still love them, but we don't connect. But those ones that's white, that's in the community, that work at them restaurants with us, that work in Walmart with us, they are black. We don't even see them as white people. We see them as sister. Girl, what's up, girl? You hear me? Like, they can say, like, no, they can't. You hear me? But depending on, yeah, we already know. And we already know the white people that, yeah, they got the white people that love black people, but they're still white because they're not in our community. But they got the white people that's in our community, yeah, they're one of us. And that's the type of love, that's the type of culture, that's the type of people we are. Like, we accept you in our home, you know what I'm saying? My mama said if she can't use a comb, don't bring her home. But we can, we can fix you up, put some, woo the woo, right? Straight like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It wasn't required.
Let me let it run.
Growing up in this city.
I would say when I got into college, that was like the first time I was challenged to define what it means to be black. I was reading W.E.B. Du Bois' Souls of Black Folk. And in that book, W.E.B. Du Bois spoke of having a double consciousness. That being black in America is to have two consciousness. You have to think about yourself, but you also have to think about what other people think about you at all times.
And wasn't I saying that in the beginning? Like, I think about myself and, like, I'm trying to progress myself to be better, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I be thinking about what other people might, growing up in New Orleans, the school system, we deal with that, like, people always tearing you down, but, like, where we from, we'll congratulate you, and if you're not where we from, you'll think we're insulting you. Like, we'll introduce ourselves, you'll think, bitch, what's down, bitch, what you doing, bitch? And somebody else be like, damn, you just let him call me bitch. No, that's a term of endearment. He's greeting himself, he's greeting me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We grew up like, like, dirty, bitch. Bitch, you dirty. That mean, bitch, you got it on today, bitch, you fresh. But we are so prone to, it's like, I don't know what to say. I know what I want to say, but I don't really know how I want to say it because I want to say it a certain way, but I just got to say it. Like, instead of us congratulating, like, brother, you look good today. Like, we'll just be like, bitch, you dirty. Like, reverse, like, we can't just congratulate somebody. Like I said, crab in the bucket, we just can't tell somebody, like, bro, you doing a good job. Like, oh, I see you. I see you doing your little thing or whatever. Like, why you can't just be like, dog, I see you doing your thing. Like, I see you, woo to woo. And that's just where we from. That just, it's crazy. Like, it's so crazy. It's hard for me to explain it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bitch, you think you all that. That mean you doing your thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Who you think you is. That mean, boy, keep continue who you is. Keep continue being who you be. If it make any sense, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't make sense. But that's what it is, black growing up in New Orleans. Sometimes the shit just don't make sense what we gotta go through to try to make it, to try to be better, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to keep talking and feel like I'm keep pausing, but it's just like, if the spirit put the spirit on me to say what I gotta say, I'ma just say it.
Being black means to also be a descendant of Africa, the African diaspora, a diaspora baby, so to speak. So we have to understand that when you black, you come from a long legacy of trauma. You come from greatness too, but we got to take the mental health aspect more serious. Because you don't know what's in your DNA, what your people done been through. You feel me? That could pop out at any moment, you know? So we come from pyramids, but we also come from projects, you know, a long line of trauma. So we have to take.
They say we come from pyramids, we also come from projects, you know what I'm saying? I ain't from the project. I played in the project, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't from the project. But I am from the project because my brother from the project. So I am my brother's keeper. So if he ride, we ride, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to tell your brother, no, that ain't what you got. We ain't doing that. Like, that ain't right. But my brother, so I gotta have your back no matter what. You hear me? Sure, like that.
Take that serious. To be black also means to be African.
The twist, man.
My worst memory as a kid growing up in New Orleans, one of them rather, was when you had to catch the bus in the back of the bus and go to Pontchartrain Beach, and you weren't allowed in.
I used to wake up in the jail cell with roaches all on me. I'm on this crutch because the Klan beat me. I done been shot at all kind of time. My fingernails don't grow because me and Ike Reynolds was down in Fayetteville around that army base, and we got poisoned.
The worst memory of growing up black in New Orleans is definitely experiencing Hurricane Katrina.
From my perspective as police chief, related to Hurricane Katrina, it was one of the most, probably the most traumatic time in New Orleans in modern history. Over 1,800 people died. If not for the first responders, the city would have been much worse. And hopefully we'll never ever have to experience anything like that again.
The best memory as a child growing up black in New Orleans is that
I ain't gonna lie, she put a little tingles in my spirit. I'm sending you a 4-page letter, and I enclose it with a kiss. And when I write you better, I get it on time. I'm writing you a love letter tonight, yeah. The masters of man come, yeah, but I ain't gonna do that. You're about to have to get that off. But one of my worst memories growing up in New Orleans is Hurricane Katrina. But one of my worst memories is watching my sister in a shootout, like, and I couldn't do nothing, like I couldn't protect her. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that nothing happened to her, you know what I'm saying? But like within the moments, it was just, I was so scared, like, you know, and I just watching in the shootout, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming from outside the house because I just went in the house. We outside playing, and I went in the house to get something to drink. And as soon as I come outside, they're shooting. They just start shooting. And I was like, yeah.
definitely growing up in New Orleans East, going to Jazzland, which later turned into Six Flags. My house was right down the street, and just that access and being able to have a major theme park in a predominantly black neighborhood was just so important to me growing up.
What's your best memory as a kid growing up?
One time, Muhammad Ali.
I take five. Yeah, you know he a OG. That's that man name for real. Your mama name Clashes, I'm gonna call you Cassius.
Come looking. The kids were playing, practicing baseball, and he said, Ali said, I'm trying to find a brother named, but Jerome something out here. Some people told me I needed to speak with him. So said, we don't know no Jerome. That was the first time on the field. Said, go ask Big Duck in there. said, go ask Big Duck. He gonna know him. So Ali covered there clowning with him. Now, the aftermath, Ali said, look, I come to see you. I done heard your name in different places. Everybody said you're low, but you low key. Say, I want to do something. I just want to do anything.
That's a New Orleans nigga for you. I heard your name in so many places, but they say you're low key. You that's like they talking to me. You know what I'm saying? They used to call me T-Lo. You dig? If you know me as T-Lo, I mean, you know something, you hear me? Like, that little bitch, like the bitch so low key. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about T-Lo. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, I'm in front of the camera now, so I'm not, I'm known all across the world now. But it's like, oh, I don't know Terry. You hear me? That's why I'm starting to try to put my name out there. Like, the people know who I am. Like, I don't know Terry. Oh, you talking about T-Lo? Bitch, I know T-Lo. Bitch, I know Lo. Bitch, yeah, that bitch, you hear me, so low key. You might ask somebody, they might not know me by my first name, but if you call me by my, yeah, I know that. I know him. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, you hear me? Because I be cool, you know what I'm saying? I just play the backfield, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, know I wasn't running back growing up, you see. I just be cool and relaxing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me see what Lil Duck talk about. So we got that spirit. We got that same spirit, you did.
Then y'all asking me to do, I wanna do it. And I said, well, I don't know yet, Chad. We don't want no money yet. Said, but we gotta do something greater than a few dollars.
Man, that's that's like me. Like, that's what I be saying. People be asking me like, oh yeah, we should do this and we should do this. And I be feeling like, man, I'm not grasping the moment, taking on the, woo to woo. It did. But I'm like, I know we should do it, but I ain't trying to do it for the money, because it's bigger than the money. It's more than the money. Yeah, the money gonna come. I already know that. I want to be genuine. I want it to be, loving. So when people watch it, they supposed to feel it. That's what I want to do. And we can talk about the money later. You know what I'm saying? The world we live in now, money is the root of all evil. And like the things I was taught growing up, that's because I'm the man who I am, and the man I'm becoming because of the people that taught me those life lessons to, stay out of the street and to respect your elders. And when people meet me, they be like, oh, Deborah Babe is so respectful, and Deborah Babe is, they genuine, they kind, they loving. I love to watch Deborah Babe. I don't have no problem. But see, woo kids, they can't come in my house. See, Deborah Babe, they can come in my house. I leave them in my house by themselves. I know they gonna do the right thing. But see, yeah, you hear me? But yeah, like me, you know what I'm saying? I just want to do it, people. Y'all don't know who I know. I know so many people know me on the low light, you know what I'm saying? You don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? The opportunities about to start rolling in right now. And when y'all see me and y'all be like, man, I'm so proud of you. Instead of be like, oh, man, he think this, we gonna switch this around. When y'all see me, y'all gonna be like, man, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You know why? Because I'm proud of you. That's why, you know what I'm saying? They been was telling me I had to, you had to see it yourself. Like what they be saying, if you don't see it in yourself, how other people gonna see it in you? And it was a long time when I was just, I was down. Like I was letting that monkey on my back. I was just letting it keep beating me down. I was just like, bro, I just don't know what to do. Like, and once I started, I said, you know what? It's time for a change. And once I started seeing that change in myself, I started seeing everybody. Yeah, Terry, I fuck with you, Terry. Yeah, your shit so, yeah, you inspire me, brother. And I'd be like, one part of me be like, bro, where y'all was at when I was down, when I really needed this to put me up? And they were like, why we couldn't help you? Because you couldn't help yourself. In order for us to help you, you got to help yourself. And I probably just be running and rambling, but yeah, that's just, how it is. But let me get to the video.
I said, I don't know, these children gonna decide. The children met. The camp came, they was in there discussing it. You got a thing in there on the Muhammad Ali reading contest. We organized the whole school system. We put 50-some thousand children in the school.
They're giving me an idea. The generation, the life just repeat itself. Like, ain't nothing new under the sun. And I'm gonna be that person. I'm trying to be that person. I'm gonna be that person to bring us in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Be that activist. A reading contest for our black kids. That don't sound like a bad idea.
Superdome. That could never be done today because we had the backdrop of all those great black teachers, and they mobilized the curriculum. They had spelling contests in these schools.
I wonder if they do that. And I ain't gonna lie, this is my last little thing. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm just gonna say it. Like, the kids, they need our help. Like, they need our guidance. And it's crazy, and we got one of the worst school systems in America. You know why? Because the teachers that they got today, I went to school with them. And I feel bad, and they be like, well, Terry, why you not no teacher? I'm trying to teach the youth in different ways because I got a different, ideology about life and about the school system and the government and all that. And I don't, I still won't, encourage the kids. But I went to school with them teachers, that the teachers they got today, and I'd be like, if y'all let them be teachers, y'all let anybody be teachers. I can't let them teach my kids, bro. Like, I can't let them, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I ain't have a kid yet, you know what I'm saying? Because it be so much going on in my mind. I be like, I don't want my kid to grow up in New Orleans, but I want it to be, I don't want it to be around the people. But then again, I'd be like a hypocrite because I'd be like, you love New Orleans so much, but then you don't want to, woo de woo. But I went to school with these teachers they got today. And that's all I'm going to say.
And then they had the contest in the Superdome. They had 15,000 of them won awards. They can't touch that nowhere.
Yes, I believe that my voice matters, and I believe that all voices matter.
I am in complete control of myself and my destiny. I create as I speak.
Yeah,
the world I have, not the world that is present. The world I desire, moving forward, the whole nine. It starts with the power of my tongue. The power of the tongue is everything. My voice matter like a mother.
Right now, we're learning about the concept.
That's why I had to realize that same thing he just said. I'm the creator of my own destiny. You hear me? Start with my voice, the power of my tongue. You hear me? Sometimes I'm like, man, it's stupid me reacting, but people need to hear that. People need to hear it come from somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm the greatest. I'm not saying I'm the best speaker. I'm not saying I know all the words. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I got the best vocabulary. I'm not saying I can spell every word because I still be trying to like, how do you spell wit? Do the H come before the T, or do the H even matter? Can I just put W-I-T? You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature you did, but you know what I'm saying? I got the power within my tongue, you know what I'm saying? I can change. Once I speak it, it's going to come into my reality. So I got to be mindful for the things I say and how I say it. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you might see me wander off my eyes because another thing I was taught growing up from my mother, my beautiful mother was, boy, think before you speak. And every time I ain't think before I speak, what? And I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand growing up, but now I fully understand. Like all those ASS whippings I got, I deserved it. Because if I didn't, I'd be another statistic, dead or in jail. Because that's how they look at us. And my mama, that's why I love her so much. She refused to let Deborah babies. She said, I refuse for Deborah babies to be another statistic. And guess what? It might take time, you know what I'm saying? But as long as we stay focused, as long as I continue to create, so as long as I stay on this path I'm on, I'm destined for greatness. Best believe that. And if you're watching this video at this moment, remember this. You know what I'm saying? That I said that I'm destined for greatness. I'm one of the greatest to do this. The power is within me, you hear me? The power is in my tongue, you dig? Straight like that, you know what I'm saying? And this is all the energy that come with growing up black in New Orleans, you dig?
Constitution and how everybody had rights with the 27th
She gonna be our next
Even
mayor.
though the Constitution states that all people have rights, some people aren't following that today.
I feel like during the pandemic, a lot of people had time to sit and actually pay attention to what was going on and the horribleness of how Black people were treated. I thought that it was important to go out and protest and to be a part of it.
Well, the situations involving Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and many others that happened before that are horrible situations.
You know what I'm saying? I was on the back
Breonna Taylor, there should be no such thing as a no-knock warrant. That should have never, ever happened. The officers were negligent, to say the least, because they opened fire. I understand that they were fired on, but to arbitrarily have officers fired discreetly into a home, any reasonable person would know that that's could potentially result in something very negative, which obviously happened to Ms. Taylor. I think as it relates to George Floyd, that's one of the most hideous things I've ever witnessed. The fact that this officer Chauvin put his knee on his neck and the other 3 officers did absolutely nothing. I equate that to the 1800s or 1700s with 4 white guys walking a black man to a tree and putting a rope around his neck and hanging him, and you have 50 other people around watching who could do absolutely nothing back then. For something like that to happen today is inexcusable.
So the Black Lives Matter movement, I think by design, is multi-layered in a way in which your activism or your involvement in it doesn't require you to be in the streets.
And if you say all lives matter,
I think there is a lot of good and performative nature of being present and being physical, visually physical in the streets. But I think it takes multiple approaches on multiple levels. I don't know if you can directly measure the effectiveness of the Black Lives Matter protests that have been happening. I think the measurement of
shout out to all my family members around America that help us build it.
Beyond that particular moment is the seeds that are planted from the people who are present, and also for the people who are being a witness from afar, people who are watching it on their timelines, who are watching it on the news. I think it all has a proxy impact, even if you're not conscious of it.
And I feel like I'm preparing myself by me even doing this. By me, you know, I'm trying to better my speech. I'm trying to better my vocabulary. So when it is time for me to stand in front of people, they can, you know, they can feel me. They can know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I can articulate myself in the positive and in a good way. You know what I'm saying? To, you know what I'm saying, express these feelings and get my point across to how I really feel. Because that's one of my problems. I have a problem to expressing my feelings and, you know, to saying how I really feel. And like I'm saying, this is just helping me day by day. By me doing this every day, it's helping me become better. You know, pronunciating my words, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Talking up, not mumbling all the time, you know, things that nature. Because, you know, I be, when I'm in my zone, people be like, huh, what you said? Look, and if you ain't here, oh well, you know, I ain't got time. But now, like, when you get to a certain age, you got to do better. Because once you know better, you got to do better. You hear me? God gonna keep giving you lessons. But if you ain't learning from the lessons, you just gonna be stuck in the same. You ain't gonna receive your blessings. You hear me? Now it's time for me to receive my blessings. That's why I'm learning and I'm growing each and every day. And growing up black in New Orleans, it helped me so much to become the person I am today. But also to become a better person for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Practice, not perfect. Practice is progress. And it's patience within the process. You know what I'm saying? No, well, I said it right, but I missed one word. I like, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress. And it's patient within the process. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all be patient with me, let's believe. I'm going to make it done. Like I said, I'm going to make it. You better believe. Yeah, let me hear it.
The change that I would like to see in the world starts with my city, and I think that a change in New Orleans can set the precedent for the changes in a lot of predominantly Black cities across the country. And personally, in my city, there's so much emphasis on Black New Orleans being resilient. We're always resilient in the things that we have faced, but I really want us to be able to eradicate the conditions that cause us to be resilient in the first place. The change is to not only just be surviving, but us to just be able to live free and really thrive in the city that we call home.
I'm gonna answer your question by using a quote from Dr. Cornel West. And he said, anyone who has the audacity to be an artist has to be on intimate terms with despair. However, he said, despair must never have the last word. You must be a prisoner of hope. He said hope is different from optimism, though. Being a prisoner of hope is to know that there's more beyond where you are, that you don't have to be here forever, that this is not the way things are supposed to be, and that the reason why they're where they are now is because of someone's imagination. So it's going to require a radical imagination to counter that. And so for me, I feel like I'm hopeful because I realize we're in the midst of a constant mist of imaginative shifts and imaginative seeds.
That's one thing about me. I always knew where I'm at right now is not how it's gonna end. I know it's gonna be better. I just gotta see it. And I was in a dark place for so long, but now I got the light shining on me. I am the light shining on somebody else. And you know what I'm saying? Cause I remain to have, faith, you know what I'm saying, hope, you know what I'm saying? I always believe that like this is not the outcome. This is not the ending, you know what I'm saying? I am the creator of my own reality. Straight like that.
That are creating a future that we're going to exist in together in a better way.
My legacy, wow. I pray for this every morning in my ministry. I tell my children the legacy that I leave is one of peace to them. That's where your wealth is. It's not in dollars and cents and property. It's that the love and peace in your heart. That's what I want to leave for my kids. To put that and keep that in their life and hold on to that.
I got 2 kids. My daughter's 18 and my son is 15. And we talk about what it is to be Black, period. In addition to being Black from New Orleans. I make sure that I impute into them that the importance of having knowledge of self. Their success gonna bring them places. Their character can be hard to sustain. And I try to tell them to pay attention to how the room adjusts itself to them when they come in, whether they become elated or they become irritated. What's the same in both is that you got a presence. And how people respond to it say more about them than you, so don't be bothered by that. Just make sure they know you're in the room.
Any way that I can embrace and enhance the Black community, I feel like that in itself is a powerful enough legacy to leave behind.
I would like my legacy to be on a personal level, that my daughter and my family, that they're very proud of me and what I've done.
I want to be remembered as somebody who's just known for showing love, known for looking out for people, somebody who evolved but never changed. My legacy.
That's what it is. I'm evolving, you know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm changing. You might think I'm changing, but I'm evolving, you know what I'm saying? People know I always look out for people. Shout out Mid-City here, but let's see.
Just that I was a good breeze, and I made an effort to so it was good. The simplicity of the existence like that, right?
So I would like my legacy to be something that connects to this wider legacy of what people are doing in this moment, what creatives are doing, what Black people are doing in terms of making sure that the work they create, the words they use, the movements they make is not just for them. That is for this understanding of making the space we exist in better when we leave. So once we make our exit, we can pass this on to somebody in a better space than we got it. And I think at the very core of all these actions, that is the belief, that is the idea, that's the goal.
My heroes are all of the enslaved and free Black people that were born in New Orleans, brought to New Orleans, forced to work in New Orleans, and made this place their own and contributed a lot of their cultures, their religions, their traditions that we are able to still hold on to and preserve today.
I don't know if it's a cheat to say my hero is this moment, is seeing all the way people are championing not being defined by the craziness of the world right now. You know, you see all the memes, all the funny stuff about 2020 this and, you know, and this epic movie that we're in. But I would think that the resilience of our creativity, the resilience of our spirit, the resilience of our imagination is my hero right now. The way we bounce back, you hear me?
You heard me?
Like Juvenile said.
Yeah, bounce back, bounce to bounce back. I'm finna bounce back, bounce to bounce back. You hear me? They wrapped it all up for me, you know what I'm saying? Their legacy is my legacy because we are one. That we all from New Orleans, we are one, you know what I'm saying? And it's for like, I was going to explain like what I want my legacy to be, but they said it all for me, and I really appreciate all the people that y'all got. You hear me? It feel like y'all picked the right people. You know what I'm saying? And with time will show that one day I'll be one of the people that's, you know, that they come to talk to and be like, you made an impact to New Orleans, like you changed New Orleans, like that you did great things. You know what I'm saying? You brought smiles to people's faces. You showed love to those who thought no one loved them. You know what I'm saying? Things in that nature. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my viewers. You know what I'm saying? That stuck with me the whole video. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And while I was saying that, I was like, I don't even want to say that because it's more than that. Like it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all, you know, hit me up. Y'all see me in the street, hit me with a Yurooo. I see you. Ah!